Welcome back, Financial Issues. I'm Dan Celia. Hey, we have a special guest, Aaron Cade. Aaron Cade is the Senior Vice President for Christian Community Credit Union. And Aaron is with us, and we try to visit once a month and see how things are going and what changes are being made and how Christian Community Credit Union can help all of you. And I know so many people, so many of you have been participating in a number of things that Christian Community Credit Union has to offer, and that is great. Aaron, welcome.
Good morning, Dan. Thank you.
So, what's new on Christian Community Credit Union? I know that I just had a couple things that I wanted to mention, but I want to see what kind of things are being offered. I'm wondering about CD rates only because people keep asking about that. So maybe you can talk a little bit about some of those things.
Yeah, and I was hoping to, when I was on your show back in August, I talked about the new MyAdvantage loan that we had just launched, and I was hoping to give you an update on that too.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you could start with that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, we don't promote taking on debt, but we do know that many people are already carrying higher interest rate debt out there. So the MyAdvantage loan is a great way to consolidate that higher interest rate debt and pay it off. Rates right now are as low as 4.65%, and that's the best I've seen in the marketplace for an unsecured installment loan. There are no fees, to originate the loan, no fees to manage the loan. And if you pay off the loan early, which we highly encourage, there's no fees to do that either. You can borrow as little as $2,500 or up to $50,000 if that's what you need.
Are there any restrictions on what you can use that for? So let me ask you this question because I get this all the time. So suppose a parent has student loan debt for their children that they got and they're paying down. They owe another $25,000 on it. They'd like to get rid of it. They're paying a higher interest. Is that something that you can incorporate?
Absolutely. And we find that members are using the loan to pay off all types of debts. And really the number one reason members are getting the MyAdvantage loan is to consolidate and pay off higher interest rate debt from whatever source. But the number two reason we're seeing is are members using the loan to make much needed home repairs or home improvements. Some are using it to make auto repairs. We have members who are using it for adoption loans to answer their calling, to not only grow their family, but also to in the process protect some of the most vulnerable children.
Yeah, that's great.
Among us. And we even had one member who used the loan to rebuild her barn, which had collapsed. So we've got members who are using it for many different purposes. But yeah, you can use it to refinance any of that higher interest rate debt you may be carrying, and then just pay it off and save a lot of money in the process. We hear from members every day and love talking to our members. But one member was able to refinance $18,000 in higher interest rate debt and over 48 months and is saving nearly $450 a month in interest alone.
Wow.
Another member financed $8,000 over 48 months and is saving over $320 a month in interest. And another one refinanced $5,000 in debt over 36 months and is saving nearly $300 a month in interest. So it's just heartening to me to see where we're able to help members save money, steward their resources more effectively, and get out of debt.
Yeah, that's great. And I know, I try to discourage people from getting even a small line of credit, at their bank or with their mortgage company or against their mortgage, because what happens inevitably is they pay the interest only. Of course, the bank loves that because they never get rid of the principal, and they just keep paying the interest. And, you could fall into that trap very easily with those kinds of loans. And I just, I would rather see a MyAdvantage loan where at least they're paying principal, they have a low interest rate. And yeah, the interest on a line of credit may be low, but you get sucked into that notion of, I'm just going to pay $83 this month. Well, that's great, but the principal's not going anywhere, and you're going to be paying for it for the rest of your life if you don't take care of it. So, and the rates are going to go up as the rates organically go up here. So that's another great advantage to this MyAdvantage loan.
Exactly. It's a fixed term loan, fully amortizing. It's a closed-ended installment loan. So it's not a revolving line of credit. You consolidate debt, pay it off, get out of debt.
And the maximum is $50,000, did you say?
It is. Yeah. The smallest loan we can do is $2,500, but we can do up to a maximum of $50,000. Okay.
So, I mean, it's good to know. I mean, Aaron or myself or CCCU, we're not promoting getting into debt by any stretch of the imagination, but sometimes we can leverage and use a little debt to help us get out of debt. It can be part of the process of working a little bit smarter to get out of the debt. One of the things that I don't like is people, when you refinance or you add loans sometimes to your mortgage, you're paying fees. And they say, oh, well, you don't have to pay any fees, but they're rolling them in to the debt, the money that you're borrowing. And I don't like that. You're adding more debt, and that's never a good thing. And this is a way you can really get to work on your debt. So it's great. MyAdvantage loan. And you can call CCCU. It is 844-305-3476. 844-305-3476. And you can call there and talk to somebody. And when you call back, you can talk to the same person. You're always going to talk to a real person. I love that. I tell people when they call into their brokerage and, well, he didn't tell me that. I say, you hang up, dial the number again, and you'll get somebody that can help you. Because if the one that can't, there's somebody that can. You just got to keep calling in. But it is. That's great.
And if you prefer to do it online, you can visit mycccu.com/Dan.
Okay. mycccu.com/Dan. And you can do that online. That's great. I know that CD rates, some of them are starting to inch up a little bit. Are you guys pretty static right now still and kind of just waiting to see what's happening? We are.
I anticipate those will start to inch up as well, given what the Fed is signaling on rates in 2022. So it's kind of wait and see there. But I can tell you that with interest rates at their current level, the near historic lows, we're able to offer our home mortgage rates are still very low, 2.07% for a 30-year mortgage. Auto loans are still at 2.74%, as low as 2.74%. Home equity line of credit at 3.5%. The interest rate environment is still beneficial in all these different ways too, and we do see a lot of members taking advantage of the low rates now.
Yeah, I know so many people that have gotten auto loans through Christian Community Credit Union, and they call in and they always say what a great experience it was and how easy it was to work with CCCU and get that auto loan. The rates are great. And again, fees extremely low, if at all. So that's a great another advantage to use some Christian Community Credit Union, some like-minded people. And I know, the banks are losing more and more credibility every day. More and more people don't know what to do. I would probably say my number one question is something to do with banks. Who do I go to? I'm with, XYZ Bank, and, I see them in the news for this or that or the other thing. I don't want to use them. I don't like what they're doing, and on it goes. And Christian Community Credit Union is a great alternative. And frankly, I'd rather be with a credit union than any bank anyway for my personal banking, just our checking accounts and things like that. It's so much. I think it's a better place to be. You have a little ownership, right? You all, all the members own it.
We're member owned. We exist to serve our members, not to earn profits for shareholders. And we share your Christian faith and values.
Yeah.
And that matters a lot.
It does. And I would also just mention another source of loans that maybe next time we can talk a little more about. But, if you're a church and you're thinking about expanding and you go to the bank and they say, well, wait a minute, you're going to pay for this because people give and you're going to depend. They totally don't get it. They don't really want to get it. It's just beyond their, that's what Christian Community Credit Union was founded on 50 or 60 years ago, was just that notion to help churches. And you probably do more church loans than anybody I've talked to.
It's half of our business.
Wow.
And when members pool their resources with the credit union, we can use that money to help finance growth of new churches. Churches refinance their buildings and save money.
That's great.
Construction loans.
Great stuff. Thank you, Aaron. I sure appreciate you being with us. CCCU. Check them out.